Henry de Toulouse Lautrec, in addition to being one of the most famous artists at that time in France, was an aristocrat, dwarf, and party animal who invented his own cocktail. His full name was Henry Marie Raymond de Toulouse Lautrec Monfa, which is pointing on his aristocrat roots and noble origin. Basically, he was a descendant of one of the oldest and most prestigious French families on an estate in Albi in southern France. Unfortunately for Henry, his parents were cousins, and he was suffering from congenital illness. His legs were too short compared with his body. He stood at 5 feet tall and used a cane to walk with difficulty for the rest of his life. He would also endure painful toothaches and facial deformations during his life as well. Henry's drawing talent were recognized and encouraged at an early age. In 1882, when he was 18, was encouraged by his first teacher, the animal painters René Trinqueteau and John Louis Brown. Lautrec fell in love with the nightlife, and he would sit in the crowded nightclubs, laughing and drinking, and at the same time making sketches of scenes that he was interested in, but mostly of Jane Avril. The dancer Jane Avril was one of the stars of the Parisian cabaret. It was seductive and exotic, irresistible to the painter, who portrayed it with detailed admiration. At the opening of the Moulin Rouge, Lautrec was hired to produce posters to advertise the show. He soon became the premier poster artist for all of Paris. With Lautrec begins the era of modern advertising through the posters. The use of typography, the abstraction of the image, and the distribution of elements was the transition that made the painting into a composition that was attractive to the public and communicated a specific message. Moulin Rouge, La Gouille. He used the silhouettes of the characters in planes, cut out on a background also flat and silhouetted. The elevated point of view that employs following the dance of the dancer is very common in the artist who takes Degas as his model. He used the resources of Japanese art, silhouettes and arabesques. It adapts the letter and the image, resulting in a unitary whole. Le Salon de la Rue de Moulins. It was the conclusion of a series of studies on the residents of a brothel on Rue de Moulins. This work caused great scandal for its subject. His women can be ugly and painful, but never disgusting, because he captures reality naturally. His art lies in saying the worst truth with a light accent. The works of Toulouse Lautrec was a source of inspiration for several designers and artists who made comics, different magazine covers based on his works, and of course a new era for advertising.